Monday, January 25th. Wanted to do a video today talk about SPACs. I've been looking at these ever since last summer. Did a couple investments, trades, whatever you want to call it. Before we hop into it, not an investment advisor. This is not investment advice. Just telling you what I'm thinking, keeping track of myself, little video blog. So SPACs. Not going to talk a lot about what a SPAC is. If you don't know what a SPAC is, there's 1,000 YouTube videos. Go watch them. Very simple explanation. It's just a blank check company. They go public. They don't have a real business. They're just looking to merge with somebody else and then take that other company public. So really, your play here is hoping that that SPAC merges, acquires with another cool company. So the way I really think of it though is like they all come out the IPO around $10, except for Bill Ackman took his at $20, and that's like the cash value. That's like the $10 to $20 for Bill. That is really just the value of the cash. So anything above that is traded at premium. So what I'm a lot of times looking for is for a new SPAC to come out. And if it has a good management team, if it's going after an interesting industry, and I can either buy the equity as close to $10 as I can, or get the warrants really cheap, or the units really cheap. I'm going to do that, and I think of it as like a low risk thing, and then hoping that the SPAC ends up merging, acquiring a cool business, getting a pop. And a lot of times I don't want to be in these long term. I just want that pop. And I'm happy to ride it, happy to keep some shares for a little bit. But I want to show what I'm talking about. Because today Chamath mentioned he was an investor in 2 different SPACs. These aren't his SPACs, he's just investing in them. And you can see what they do after someone like Chamath says that he's involved. I don't even remember the name of these companies. They weren't interesting to me, but here's one, TSIA. On Friday it was trading around 10.39, which is really the cash value. This morning Chamath comes out, says he's invested, and you see immediately like an 80% pop, and then it looks like some selling off throughout the day. I was not in this one. There was no reason for me to be interested in TSIA. It didn't cross my radar. Just showing an example of what can happen with the pop. And then here's another one, Spartan Acquisition Corp. I had seen this name, but there was nothing that stood out to me. But again, you can see on Friday, this one was a little bit higher. It was like 11.50. Went up on Friday, maybe something leaked or something, someone knew. But again, this morning pops around 50% or so, sells off a little bit throughout the day. Best place that I've gotten info is from this guy on Twitter, SPAC TRACK. You can just see like going through the news from today. He I mentioned these ones, so he's got Chamath retweeted here. He's got another one, some other SPAC, another one, another Chamath. As far as I can see, these things aren't going away. And if you do it in a smart way, so much free money sitting out there. So first time I'll actually share part of my portfolio, and maybe eventually I'll share everything. But right now I have, let's see how many this is, 20 different positions in SPACs, and it's made up between warrants, equity, and units. So it's important to know there are 3 different ways to play it. Warrants are basically like call options on the business. And then you have units, which are made up of both the equity and the warrants. And then you have just the straight up equity, like the shares. So 3 different ways to play. I like to kind of mix it up depending on what's out there. Like first day IPOs, you're only going to get the units, but then looking over time to see if I can find deals on something else. So I'll talk about a couple of these. Uh, so I have, you can see this one, CCIV, Churchill Capital, the one highest market position, highest gain to loss right now, 124%. This is all totally based off a rumor that they're going to merge with an electric car company. So electric cars, super hot. I would not get into this now because, like, I got into like $4 or so very early in the rumors. Basically, I was saying, okay, I can get $4, let's throw some money in, and if it does come true that they are merging, I could actually see the equity going way, way up. I mean, you get about Nikola and some of these companies over the summer. They were up in like the 70s to 80s for the equity. The warrants won't go as high, but they usually have a strike price to buy around 18, so they'll still go up quite a bit. I mean, I can see this guy, if it's true, easily doubling from here, but who knows? So one to watch for me, and then like this one, sustainable whatever. I don't know what this is. All I know is that it's a SPAC. They're going after sustainable companies. I was able to get in at a super low price. So right now it's at 290 and 50% gain. But I'm holding on, hoping that they announce some solar company or charging company. Again, I can see this going to $10. If it goes down to back where it was, whatever. And then a couple of these Chamath ones. So he's been doing like IPO with another letter at the end. So there's an IPOF, IPOD, IPOE down here. So every Chamath SPAC, I'm just buying, and it seems like everything he touches is gold. So like this one, I had more shares. I think I had like 250 shares, but they announced merging with SoFi. So I said, I know SoFi. I know nothing about the business. I don't particularly want to own SoFi. So I sold off most of my shares. Figured, it's almost like 3 shares here, so I'll keep some, at least for now. And then we got Blackman's SPAC up here. At least I have the warrants on. Everyone's expecting something big out of him, so we'll see what happens there. I have Snapper, Taurus acquisition company. Again, they had merged with the EV earlier this year, so I figure, well, maybe they have some more that are vetted and ready to go. This one's Goldman Sachs acquisition company, so it's just like trying to find management teams that I think will be good, bring something interesting to the market, and hoping that I get that pop on the first day or so, and then kind of judge it from there. So I'll leave it at that today. Nothing. I'm not buying these SPACs right now. If I see something come out on the market or an IPO that I really like, maybe I'll make a video about it. Certainly can make a video in the future when one of these companies merges, and we can talk about that. But yeah, I mean, I think they're here to stay for now. A good way for the retail investors, people that aren't institutions, that can get into early companies, but you are taking risk. I mean, I bought $40,000 of stuff, and I don't even know what it is. But I'll continue to watch the market, see how it's going, and adjust my strategy from there. So with that, let me know. Leave comments, feedback, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.